Hello ladies and gentlemen, Civil Green here, and today we're going to be fighting boss Harley, and she proved to be far more of a nuisance than expected, because she's immune to crits, so that is going to make her last far longer than she should. We're going to use Raven plus less of Joker. We can't use Harley here because she's she's resistant to stuns, so we can't stun her without an Arkham Knight Batman present. And if we have an Arkham Knight Batman present, then we can have no Raven because EPI also has to be in there. So we're left using the last of Joker team. And yeah, damage is not gonna be as big as you'd expect. Like, this last of Joker is not really a great build, and at the same time I have a level 6 Firebox, so not a maxed out Firebox. To be honest, I was expecting to one-shot her with this team, but the results were underwhelming. And looking back on it, I think I should have used King first and then this team, and she would have been dead. But sadly that's not the case, and I overestimate the potential of this team. And we're going to go for a super move here. There we go. We're going to tag in Raven soon to not lose the stacks. There we go, barely resetting that. Gonna block into a tag in. Less of Joker in, special 2. I mean, I could combo interrupt her, but I just wanted to play it really safe, because if I mess up the combo here, we're going to lose all the Raven stacks, and that will result in a huge loss of damage. But she's combo interruptible after 2 hits. You can definitely go ahead and do that, as you'll see me attempt with the other teams that we'll be using here. And yeah, for a lot of new players this is going to be a rough fight. The main thing that makes this a rough fight is her special 1, because her special 1 is going to leave a cookie on the ground, and that cookie that she leaves on the ground, you either step on it and you either get your abilities disabled, your power drained, or you get stunned, or you can just back off and let it expire, but it lasts a long ass time, and she puts that kind of in between you and her. Like, it's worse than Batman's stun bomb, because that disappears after half a second and you're fine. So yeah, for all the new players, just wait until you get Kilflan Sacom, and if you can't beat her, just skip to the next tiers of sub-bosses, just let her be, and you'll easily beat her after you get your King. It's not impossible to defeat her until you get King. I've done that on one of the other accounts. We're going to let EPI tank that. Thankfully she survived. Joker back in. And yeah, without crits, as you can see, our damage is heavily reduced. And Harley didn't really care that much, because she had a huge multiplier when we were fighting Starfire from the fact that Starfire was stunned. But Joker is really going into this with no multipliers. The only thing that stacks well with Raven is going to be his dot damage. That's not great without crits. So yeah, this team it did well. It did well considering the circumstances, but it did far worse. I had over there a little bit of a delay on the special too, so I don't know why that is. But yeah, all having said, that was it for this fight. And yeah, I'm kind of happy with how I played it, because I was expecting to mess this up with that team. But the damage was not really there. Now we're going to use the Batman Ninja team. Again, they do have access to lethal, so it's not gonna be terrible like it is against the boss Superman in Rise of Krypton. But we still don't have the crit in there, so a lot of their damage is not gonna be done. We're going to deal 1/3 of the damage that we usually deal, because crit gives you pretty much 300%. Let's say a little bit more than 1/3, because you don't have 100% crit, but yeah, it's gonna be rough. And also a rough start over here, sadly. We got her in the corner, and yeah, I fell there to combo interrupt her. Yeah, this fight is not looking great so far, I can tell you that much. Okay, special 3 for free, didn't necessarily ask for that, but don't necessarily mind it either. She's so spammy with her abilities. Special 2 in there. There we go. Combo interrupting her after 2 hits. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. You can easily do that, but you need to be careful to not mess up. We've messed up the first minute of this fight, but now we're fine, hopefully. And yeah, from now on we'll be fine, but the sad part is the damage. I mean, with a lot of lethal attack damage stats, as a reference, we were doing on the swipe rights, we were doing 250k. Now we're doing on the swipe rights 93k. So that damage is heavily reduced. Have to push her back in the corner before we can start to easily combo interrupt her again. Special 2 in there, keep up that dot damage, keep the lethal attack damage coming. Combo interrupting her after 2 hits. Again, you can't after the first hit. I mean, maybe you can with Catwoman because you got very fast hits, but it's just safer after 2 hits. Over there we were lucky because she missed the swipe down. Another thing with the characters that you combo interrupt after 2 hits, if they do a swipe down after the first hit, there's not much you can do about that, so that sucks. But again, she misses the swipe down. We were very lucky on that one. Re-engage the combo over here. Another special 3 in there. There we go. Blocking that again after 2 hits. Restart the combo. Special 2 in there. Need to keep up that lethal attack. Combo interrupting again. And yeah, we had a little bit of a smooth experience after the first. Yeah, I talked too soon, but yeah, it went okay. This fight went okay. It didn't go very well, but it went okay. I was honestly expecting to kill her with this one because my Batman Ninja team usually deals close to 100 million on this complete level 6 flower box, but it doesn't seem to be the case. We'll need to drop one more team in there. And there is one more team that yet again will have a decent time here, even though not a great time. That will be the Silver Banshee team, because you can still disable her abilities. Like, yeah, yet again you'll lose your access to crit chance and crit damage, but let's be honest here, Silver Banshee tends not to really crit a lot anyways, so it's not gonna make a huge difference. But yeah, that's the Batman Ninja team. 27 million, that's fine. That's about what you'd expect considering the damage we do when we have crit available. Silver Banshee in there. Special 2. We have sort of salvation on Reverse Flash that I've been using in every single fight. That's kind of a safe fight. She's a little bit annoying at the start, but yeah, Sword of Salvation will give us a lot of power generation. The only thing is that it's counterproductive to the Reverse Flash passive, because his passive is going to swap power with the enemy, and you ideally want the enemy to have a higher amount of power than you do. But the Sword of Salvation is gonna make sure the other thing happens, which is still great, still works to some extent, but kind of makes Reverse Flash passive useless, because as you can see on every single tag game we're giving her power, but at the same time we're stealing power from her on every single swipe, right? So yeah, it's a balanced experience. Let's call it a balanced experience. For the first time she has more power than me, and right at that moment the power swap from Reverse Flash passive doesn't trigger, so that sucks. Another special 2 in there, backing off 2 times, special 1. Keep in mind she still got 1 special available. Over there on the first disable after 4 bars of power, there are 2 specials sitting on that same power cost, so be mindful of that. Right here, they're both of them are disabled. It's totally safe. She wouldn't use any specials. If you see 2 disables, but you see only 1 lock on the screen, then you better be sure it's the first 2 abilities, because they share the positioning on the power bar. She blocked sadly. There you go, using the special 1. Throw Banshee in there. She got power drained, but we're fine. I mean, even if she got stunned or something like that, anything she could throw at us, we would have been able to live through it with Throw Banshee, so the risk was worth taking. Now special 1 in there, Reverse Flash back in, backing off, re-engage the combo. Combo interrupting after 2 hits, Throw Banshee back in, there we go, Heartbreaker hold on, Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, that's the one is down. And in terms of the rewards, I'm actually happy with them. I mean, I couldn't really care less about the artifact, like not at all. The artifact that we're getting is, I mean, it's a good artifact. A new player would have been happy with this, but I have it already. But I was actually missing a lot of shards for Ace Green Arrow, because I didn't farm him for a long time, back when I used to be a noob on this account. So that's a great one. That's a great drop there. I'm happy with it. Finally something useful. But yeah, all that being said, thanks so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Goodbye. Oh, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload if you enjoyed this, and hit that like button. Bye.